Hello everyone. This is my video about The Masked Singer, the latest episode, The Masked Singer in the United States. Trying to think, I'm pretty sure it was episode 6. I didn't take any notes on it. I just have what's in my head pretty much about this episode. So, I decided for this one, I'm not going to go through the clues for all of the characters that I noticed because, of course, on this episode, 2 characters were eliminated and revealed. So, that being said, I will tell you who the characters were that got revealed, which characters got revealed, and who they were. Normally, I write down the songs that they sang, but I didn't make any notes this time when I watched it. So, I will mention the song that one of them sang because I know that I'll remember which song that was, and we'll let you know which 2 characters got revealed, who they turned out to be, and I know that most of you probably already know this. And I will also talk about the character that remains, who is going to be going up against Firefly in the season finale, and who I believe that character is, why I believe that character is that character, or is that character, why I believe that character is who I believe the character to be. And also I plan to go back and look through my clues I have written down for Firefly and for the person that is moving on, and just look more into the 2 of them and see who I can figure out, if I can figure out who I really think that they are. Now, there are 5 characters who have not performed yet, which are from Team Bad, Cobra, Jack in the Box, I'm probably not going to remember all of them. From Team Cuddly, there's Baby Mammoth. Might be the only Team Cuddly one there is left. And I'm drawing a blank on Team Good at all the ones that are left to compete. But anyway, I kind of think Team Good is the one that only has 1 person left, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway, so I thought that all of them did better in their performances this week, especially Armadillo. He sang Amazing Grace for his mom. And there was the flag, the Texas flag, and he said that he had been in trouble with the law when he was younger. And he's not always been a good guy. And they showed, like, he kept doing the kicking thing. And when I was looking, I was like, wait, like, not only does he look like he's at least a head shorter than Nick Cannon, but I was like, to me, he looks like he's only maybe 5'6", 5'7". So I decided that maybe he was Owen Wilson, who had been in Drill Bit Taylor, right? Because he did a lot of kicking in that movie, and he's from Texas. And I believe he was in trouble with the law when he was younger. I could be wrong about that. But Jenny guessed Dog the Bounty Hunter for him, and her and Nicole both ended up guessing that that was who he was. And I was like, I don't know, dude. I feel like Dog the Bounty Hunter is taller than that. And whenever they did their sing-off thing between the 3 characters, it said, like, his nickname was Dog, D-A-W-G. And I was like, then that can't be Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's too obvious, right? But anyway, so they did their stuff. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the clues for all of them. I decided to go with Whoopi Goldberg for Miss Teddy just because I wasn't real sure who Miss Teddy was. They did it did have 3 Supremes on there, and I was like, I mean, I don't know that she has a connection to the Supremes, but she could. So I really wasn't sure who Miss Teddy might be at all. And Ringmaster, I still think sounds like Emily Osment, and the clues that I noticed the most for her were that she said, she did say that being up on a stage and performing was not something people are used to seeing her do. I believe is something along that line was what she said. And she said that she was doing one thing, and her life, it was like she had to change what she was doing. So for the past 10 years, she's been doing something way different than she was doing before. Okay. So I looked into when Hannah Montana stopped filming, which was in late 2011, and I'm like, okay, so Emily Osment's been doing something different for the past 10 years, right? Because it would have ended in 2011, 2012. She would have needed to find something new to do. I do know that she has been directing and producing shows in addition to acting. And I know she plays the guitar, she plays the piano, she does sing, and she's a good singer. I still feel like she's Emily Osment. She may not be. There's the Nicole clue that it's good to see Nicole again. I mean, Nicole attends all sorts of events, I'm sure, and Emily Osment might have been at some of them. Nicole may have been on one of the shows that Emily Osment was in. I was actually going to look into whether or not she had been on Hannah Montana, but I don't recall. Oh, and there was a clue about Nashville. And I'm like, I mean, whether or not she has ever lived in Nashville, she is still good friends with Miley Cyrus, who has a home in Nashville, so I'm sure she's been to Nashville, you know? But I also like people's guesses of Casey Musgraves. There was a clue that had something to do with space, that someone said they call her Spacey Casey. I think that was Leslie. I'm not going to think of his last name, but the guest panelist that was on there. So I do like that guess also. I don't feel like I know enough about her to just be able to be like, hey, that's her. But so, as I said, 2 of them were unmasked, and the first one that was unmasked, though I thought he did a way better job than he had been doing, was Armadillo. And so, I'm trying to remember, they sang a Blondie song for the sing-off thing, and I'm trying to remember, I don't feel like it was Call Me. I heard that on the American Song Contest last night, so that one is in my head. That might be the one it was. I can't remember for sure. I felt that might be the one that it was. But anyway, so yes, they did reveal Armadillo. And when they were doing the vote for who people liked the best was when I actually decided that he was probably Owen Wilson, based on the Texas flag. And the height of the person, Owen Wilson, is only 5'6", which I tend to forget. And I don't remember if I just said this a while ago or not, but I looked up I looked up how tall Dog the Bounty Hunter is. I did used to watch his show a lot, about him and Beth and their kids doing their bounty hunting stuff. And like I was telling my son, I'm 5'5", and Beth wears heels. And to me, she always seemed like she's like 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", somewhere in there, and she's wearing these heels. So I'm like, well, Dog's got to be like 5'10" to 6 foot tall or something, right? Beth is only like 5'2", 5'3". Alexa, how tall is Beth Chapman?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, in 2021, her oldest Chapman is 33 years old, is 6 feet
Alexa,
tall.
Alexa, stop. How tall, Alexa, how tall is Beth Chapman?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, in 2021, her oldest Chapman is 33 years old.
Alexa, stop. Anyway, I don't know why she's talking about her oldest Chapman. I have no fucking, excuse my French, I have no idea who that is. I'm trying to find out how tall Beth Chapman is. You know, Dwayne Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife. Anyway, maybe I'll just try that. Alexa, how tall is Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife?
Here's something I found on the web. According to wikipedia.org, Becca is slender and tall at 5 feet and 8 inches.
Oh, just stop. Anyway, I don't know who Becca is. Possibly their daughter. That person's 5 foot 8 inches tall. That is not Elizabeth Chapman. Beth Chapman. Anyway, yeah. Pretty sure she's 5'2", 5'3", something like that. Well, Dog is 5'7". So I was saying to my son, right as they were fixing to reveal who Armadillo was, I suppose he could be Dog, since he's only like 5'7", and I tend to forget that he's that short. And then they revealed him, and it was Doug the Bounty Hunter. He did an excellent job singing Amazing Grace. He sang it, as I said earlier, for his mom. And I'm trying to remember who all of the people that were on their guest. Jenny initially guessed Doug the Bounty Hunter, and Nicole decided to go with her. I'm not going to remember who everyone guessed for him. But so then they revealed the next person to be unmasked, and I'm like, dude, if it's Ringmaster, I will probably stop watching this show at the end of this season and never ever ever watch it again if they decide to have another season even. But anyway, so then they told who was going to be revealed, and they were like, Miss Teddy, and I was like, yay! And my son's like, wait, what? And I was like, I want the Ringmaster to go into the finale, because I know for one thing she can beat Firefly. If she does not beat Firefly, I'm going to stop watching, y'all. Anyway, so they showed who Miss Teddy was. Oh, golly gee. I'm like, I hope I can remember her name. I want to say two of them also got her right, which was Leslie, the guest guy, you know, the guy from that's on American Horror Story and a lot of other stuff. And I'm wanting to say the other one that got him right was also Nicole. Or her, not him, I'm sorry. I believe it was also Nicole. But anyway, she turned out to be Jennifer Hudson. Anyway, almost, for some reason I'm thinking that's not actually what her name is, but because I'm thinking Jennifer Hudson is somebody else. Oh, you know what? I thought this whenever they revealed her yesterday. Well, I saw it yesterday because I watched it on Hulu. But yeah, I did think this yesterday whenever I saw that they had revealed her. I was like, wait, Jennifer Hudson? She's too old to be Jennifer Hudson. I keep getting Jennifer Hudson and Jordan Sparks confused. They were saying something about Jennifer Hudson on something else that I had watched, and I was like, wait, but like, oh, it was on American Idol. They were talking about her, and I was like, but wait, wasn't she on American Idol? Isn't she one of the people that won American Idol? And no, apparently I think that they said that she was one of the Supremes. I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I think that that's what they said. And she also, of course, had a solo singing career and has done some acting. It was good to see her on there. I do know who she is. I know who Doug the Bounty Hunter is, and I'm super excited to eventually find out who Ringmaster is. But I really, unless somebody in the next group that we're going to meet this coming Wednesday of next week, see, that'd be 420, won't it? Anyway, unless one of them comes up and just really, really, really does a massively super awesome job, then I feel like Ringmaster right now is in the lead and is going to win. I do have a couple of other guesses that I think she could possibly be, like with the Nashville thing. I went, well, maybe she is Taylor Swift, but then I don't really get the Miley Cyrus with the Montana thing in the background, and I don't remember her being on Hannah Montana, but she might have been, because there's been a lot of people on there. It's one of the shows I am rewatching with my grandson. I don't think I probably watched all of it even whenever it was initially on, but that being said, I started to do this yesterday, and I've been trying not to do this, talk about what I'm planning for another playlist. I was say another channel, but what I'm planning for another playlist. But I am going to mention some of the Mystery Mondays vlogs that I do in the future, I may not actually get done. Like, I might not be doing them every week, but I will strive to do them at least every other week. Part of the reason for this is because, y'all, I got to get a source of income. I got to get me a vehicle. I'm going to turn in a job application, and I'll still be babysitting my grandson, so that takes quite a bit of my time. The two of those combined together, I mean, and I do need to research this stuff. There's a case that I got messaged by a family member of a young man who passed away, well, younger than me, And his death was initially marked as being suspicious. And I'm contemplating calling the police department that worked his case and just finding out if the case is still open. Because if it's still open, I don't want to give too much information concerning certain things about the case. But a person who was very close to him messaged me on Facebook. I do have a page on there now that is called, I think I might have already mentioned this, it's called Mystery Monday's Blog with Positive Sib, and people can follow it, like it, whatever, you know. I think you can message me on there, but you're supposed to be able to add a button for people to message you. I have it turned on that people can message me, but you also, I think, have to have so many likes before people can do certain things on your pages. So I'm not sure if people can message me on there or not, but if they can't, they should be able to leave a comment on the videos that I have on there. I haven't posted a whole bunch of them on there yet. I need to get stuff organized. I've been having so much trouble sleeping at night, and I have told myself I got to start getting up earlier, even if I do have trouble sleeping. Well, yesterday my sons woke me up talking. I think I already said that this morning. Like, that was about, well, supposed to about 30, I had turned off my alarm actually, but that was when I'd had a little over 5 hours of sleep because I had so much trouble getting to sleep. And then the neighbors that live on the other side of us, because we live in a blessed quadplex. Oh, it's so grateful. I am grateful that I have a place to live. Don't get me wrong, but my room has no ventilation, no windows. It only has the air conditioning and heat vent. And if it's cooler outside, I'm not turning the AC on. But anyway, they were pounding on the wall over there, hammering something this morning, and I'm like, ugh, my alarm's going off in 30 minutes, like, for real, people, you know. And then I'm like, well, I need to get used to getting up earlier anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get up. But anyhow, I'm turning in the application for this place. I listed 3 different jobs on there that I'm interested in. If that works out, I will let you guys know that I do have a job and which position I got. I probably won't tell you where I'm working, but oh yes, I'm sorry. So the Mystery Mondays blog that I am working on, that I am hoping to have enough information done for this next Monday. This young man, younger than me, lived in, I believe, Springdale, Arkansas, possibly Fayetteville. I think he lived in, well, his accident, or not, happened in Springdale, Arkansas, and his name is Jason Dubois. I need to message his, the person who notified me about this, and make sure that that is how his last name is pronounced. I'm pretty sure. It's one of those names that I always have trouble pronouncing. I'm pretty sure it's Dubois. But yes, his name is Jason Dubois. I have learned that there is a professional baseball player by that name. So this guy's middle initial is M, middle name Marcus. But and as I said initially, when he passed away, his case was slated as a suspicious death. And I will talk more about that on Monday of next week. I'm losing all track of what day it is. I don't know what date next Monday will be. Today is the 15th, I believe, so I'm going to go with the, oh wait, Wednesday's the 20th, so Tuesday's the 19th, so it would be the 18th, April the 18th. I'm planning to try to do that video. I have a lot of information on this case. Some of it is stuff that I know that I can't reveal. And I wish I could edit stuff in. I have like pictures of this, some of his stuff from the scene and stuff along that line. But I still don't know how to do that. No. And my computer, you know, is still down. But I'm also going to look into more not more information. I'm going to look into whether or not there's any updates on Jason Lyrell's story and include him in that video, as well as the next cold case. This is what I'm planning. Y'all, might not happen. But as well as the next cold case of a person that's missing within a national park in the United States. And I know that's a whole lot for me to cover in one video. I thought it was funny because I was listening to a podcast where a lady, she had, I believe she I believe she covered Jason Lyrell's story, but I was listening to her podcast, one of the other cases that she had covered, and she says, "You guys, I was planning to do this, to have one of these ready for you," and she does it with her husband. She's like, "I was planning to have this, every Friday, but it's just so much more that has to go into it than we realize. Like, you have to do the research, you have to find out the facts of the case and try to separate," which is what I said about the Gabby Petito case. You have to try to separate fact from rumor. And the Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner case, you have to try to separate truth from rumor, because you don't want to be continuing the rumors on, which a lot of social media people don't care if it's a flat out rumor or not. They'll go ahead and say it. But like, I try to filter the rumors from the truth in the cases, and a lot of what I have on Jason Dubois' case is gut feelings and things that were told to this person who was real close to him that may or may not have been told to the police, because it was stuff that was told by friends and people who knew him and other people that are that were around at the time it happened, I guess is the way that I'll word it. But anyway, those are some of the things I'm going to be covering, and I do need to go back and review some of the cases that I have already covered. Like, I need to look into Josue Calderon's case and Kylan and Crystal's case. I know that the last time that I looked for information on Kylan and Crystal, which was it was about a week ago, I guess, there were no updates on their case. Just something that I think I will mention briefly this coming Monday that I had found. But that's what I have going on with that vlog. And as I said, I'm going to try to get a job. My plan for right now is to turn in my application on April 20th, tell them I can start work on the 24th, which I believe is the Sunday after my grandson turns a year old around that time, and my daughter is off the Saturday of the week that he turns a year old, I think. So I'm thinking she probably want to do something that Saturday. But yeah, I don't want to start work like before his birthday and end up having to request a day off right when I start or something like that. Because you know how many jobs I've started and been like, oh, I can't work. Like, let's say they'll ask you, are there any specific dates that you cannot work? Like when I started at Sam's Club in Edmond, for example. Oh, I can't work this date right here. Or when I started doing housekeeping, oh, my daughter has court this day and I have to be there because she's a minor, so I can't work on this day. Oh, look, here's the schedule for this time. You're scheduled. Both cases. Of course, Sam's was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. We'll fix your schedule. And they did in the hotel where I was doing housekeeping. Oh, well, my daughter has to be off that day because she has court. Well, I'm not coming in because I have to be at court. So if you fire me, I have my copy of the document right here that you had me sign that states that I requested, or that I told you before I started work, there were 2 days that I had to be off, which was one day my daughter met with her lawyer, 3 days before the court day, which she did schedule me off, and the date that she has court. Now, she tried to tell me that she thought that the date that we went to talk to the lawyer was the day I told her I needed off for court. And I'm like, yeah, even though your daughter has court the same day. Anyway, it's a whole other can of worms, so to speak. I'm going to go for now so I can work on some of my Mystery Mondays stuff for one thing, and do some stuff around the house, which I really, really need to do. Anyway, everyone have a great whatever time of night or day it is in your part of the world. Stay safe and stay positive.